There you are. I lost you. Where you been? Sorry I'm late, everybody. Oh, Facebook is kind of changing things again. So what can I do about that? But I did want to add something here. Let's see if I can add a little something. I tried to do this beforehand, but I ran out of time. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Ta-da! There we go. I wanted to have special lighting for this because it is my 100th show. Woo! I need to get some like noisemakers. Dude! Not 100 show. You know what I mean. 1 year anniversary. Yes. Yes. So, but when I do have my 100th show, it'll be a big show too. Bye-bye. And the funny thing is, I don't have like a ton of stuff to talk about. So you would think a year later, I would have like 3 hours worth of stuff, but no, I don't. We still have some good stuff. And because it's my 1 year anniversary of the Jabbering with Julie show, stay till the very end because there'll be a contest where you can win free food. Yes. Okay, so let's start the show now. Hello, everybody. This is Julie D with NordoniaHills.news, and this is Jabbering with Julie. Ta-da! How's that? Is that a better intro? That's the usual intro. Anyways, so that's why I have the lights on. It's been a year. I did the show on April 17th, 2020, because we were obviously in the height of the pandemic, and Zoom became a thing, and obviously still is. And I wanted a way to get news to people in the local area and make it, a little more interesting, a little entertaining. I try, because who wants to just see, I'm not Walter Cronkite by any stretch of the imagination. So with everything being so crazy, I like to try to have like positive stories and maybe put a smile on your face, when I point the wrong way or say something wrong. It's all real, people. So I don't want to talk anymore about that, but I want to thank you. I don't know if you've been watching from the beginning. Obviously, the audience has grown in a year. I probably have 5 more people now. 5. So it's a lot of fun. And, when people say, hey, I like your show, that warms the cockles of my heart because I'm doing it for you. It's a little crazy for me, but at the end of the day, it's for you. So I'm here for you. All right, let's get going with the show. Let me get rid of the little lights here because they're kind of messing up the good vibe I have with the athletes. I don't think their parents want to see that. Okay. So I was able to be at the track meet the other day. There's just a lot of spring sports. If you go to our website, NordoniaHills.news, you can see a lot of the results. We have baseball and soccer. Just a lot. It's wonderful, but there's almost every night there's something else going on, the athletes in the area work very hard. And like I said, I think last week, this has been a spring where they actually can play and they don't have a ton of delays. Again, there have been a few, but again, that's just been the way things are with spring sports. And not sure what's going to happen in the fall. I don't know if OSHA is going to allow us to do live streaming of football and other sports, but if we do streaming, we'll probably only do Facebook. We'll probably only do football. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, it's the sport in the fall that shows that more people are interested in. The audiences were larger for football, and we can't do football and soccer. So if we do live streaming, it's just going to be football, and I'm very sorry. But we tried to do too much last fall, and it just didn't work. So again, sometimes I look way too far ahead. It's like, Julie, it's not even summer yet. Why are you thinking about fall? Well, when you have a business, you have to think 3 steps ahead. Okay, so that's my pitch about that. Now let's go to a local story. As you recall, last week there was a kitten, actually two cats, sorry, that needed a home, and I guess the lady that sends me this information, she is, let's see here, she found a home for them, which was nice. But then every week we're going to feature a different one. So, and her name is Lorene. But anyways, here's the cat this week that needs, let's see, oh, this is Buddy Boy. He came from an elderly lady who's going into a nursing home. He's in the process of getting additional vaccinations since the records were not present. He has been to the vet twice and is doing nicely. He's very friendly and loving. He wants to be played with, petted, snuggled, and loved. He is fine around other cats. He is good with anybody. So she is looking for someone to foster him or foster to adopt, as well as just to adopt. So contact Lorene, 216-832-1106. I also have an email address for her, which I'll put down below in the description. Says, please provide your phone number when emailing. Adoption fee is $65. So let's see if we can get Buddy Boy here a home, or a temporary home, sorry. Again, I'll put the information for that in the description. And speaking of animals, we have another animal in the news this week. Maybe you've seen this guy around town. Oh, see, now he's missing from my folders. Let me add him. Here he is. We haven't named him or her. Don't really know. Oh, can't really see her. Hers missing. But I will put a picture in the comments. So someone sent me this picture to me last night, and they don't know if it's a goose or what. And some people have made comments, but I don't think we've gotten a definitive answer from anybody. So that's the scoop with that. If you've, know what this is, kind of hard to tell from the bottom half. Kind of looks like a goose from the bottom half, but the head looks a little different. So you'll just have to look down below in the comments, because, I didn't mean to chop his head off. But, that did happen. And I don't know why that reminded me, but I forgot to give a shout out last week. I had a little dental emergency. I think it happened Thursday. I was actually at a softball game, got in my car, headed to the next place, and noticed that there was a problem with my front tooth. And there for a minute, I thought I chipped it, but a filling from back there popped out. So now I have this Grand Canyon behind my front tooth, and it's after hours. So, but I want to thank Merit Dental. They got me in the very next day, like 11 o'clock, and patched it up and sent me on my way. So it was very thankful for that. When things like that happen, they're never planned. But it was very easy to get taken care of. And I thank them for that, because I kind of felt like if I had a carrot or something, my teeth were so delicate without that. But with that huge hole, and I was so worried that I was going to look in the rearview mirror and see this big, tooth gone. But luckily it was just all behind the scenes. Still traumatic though, whenever that happened. So I had to give them a shout out. Okay, so let's move over to Bin Treasures. I always get to go there Friday night and see what they have. And this time they had something new. They actually had a shipment from can you guess? A hardware store. Maybe you can guess the hardware store from the box. But they got a lot of different types of nails, screws, especially saw deck nails, light bulbs. Great if you're a contractor, great stuff for a contractor. That it wasn't just, contractor type stuff. They also got a lot of jewelry in. I saw a lot of really nice hooped earrings. Oh, I really should have gotten some. I haven't worn. I don't even know if my holes work. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, bin treasures. You just don't know what treasure you will find in the bins unless you go there. And it's a little different every week. They get the new shipments Friday night. That's when I go there and take pictures and see what they have. And then throughout the week, so obviously they open up Saturday and there's always a lot of people there. And throughout the week, the price goes down. And, obviously it kind of depends on what you're looking for too, because they also have a general store area where it's higher price items. And sometimes depending on when you go, you can dicker with them about the price. So that's always kind of fun. And then they have premium bins that have more expensive things like coffee makers and, appliances. I saw a microwave in there. So again, and, every time you go in there, it's some of the stuff is different. That's for sure. It's always interesting. But you'll have to see for yourself. Alrighty, let's move on to some of the things happening around town. First of all, I don't think I talk about the library enough. We have a wonderful resource in town, whether you have kids or, just want a book to read or magazines. You can rent movies. There's a lot of things you can do there, but they also have great programs. So I happened to notice just the other day that they had some interesting ones coming up. Well, first of all, they have Take It and Make It Earth Day art, which I think would be a lot of fun. They have a dragonfly craft. They have baby time, toddler time, after school programs. I'm just laughing because they just recently had a class, the joy of cleaning, which is not my strong suit. May 6th at 6 p.m. they have basic cartooning. So that's very cool. Anyway, I just wanted to give the library a little shout out because I think sometimes, in everybody's busy day, they get kind of forget about it. Northfield Village had a meeting on the 14th. Some of the things that they talked about, they're going to have the dumpsters available in the community for the May cleanup. They'll be placed at 2 locations this year, Ledge Road and Houghton Road. In the past, the village also put dumpsters at Chestnut Avenue. However, just using the 2 locations in May will be easier to monitor because they have to keep individuals from misusing them. And that means, people were putting in a wood and things that were not the typical items. So they're trying to keep the program going for the residents, but they have to police it. So it's easier with 2 locations. And Jason Walters, the service department director, said residents may be asked to show identification when they're, you may ask for ID if you're putting stuff in the dumpsters, because they also suspect that people are coming in from outside the village. Okay, so let's see. At the meeting, council members learned that the Macedonia Police Department, which also serves, works with the village, is training another canine, Cash, to replace the retiring canine. Chief John Golden and Cash are going through canine certifications and working with the community alongside Patrolman Gramlich. The police chief also reported a speed radar was placed for a test period on Magnolia to collect data, with the speed limit being followed most of the time by traffic traveling eastbound. So that's also good to see. Let's see, the radar will also be placed at additional locations this spring and summer, and they'll relay more information to the council in the future regarding speed limits. So also the council had they had 114 calls in March. Let's see. I'm going to put a link in the description so you can see more information that's happening in the village. So that is that. What else? I do have some Ape hockey news, but I think I'm probably going to save that till the end. Am I at the end? Oh, one more thing. parade. So it's exciting this time of year. We start thinking about the Memorial Day parade. And we didn't have one, as you know, last year due to COVID. So let's see. The Memorial Day parade obviously is on this year. And they're asking the community to honor the fallen comrades by marching alongside us. Floats, classic cars, military vehicles, community and youth organizations are asked to join in the parade so long as COVID guidelines and other safety procedures are followed. If your organization is operating a float or passengers will be riding in an open environment where no safety harnesses are available, the driver of the vehicle is responsible for the passengers of that vehicle. So there's going to be more information. Again, I'll put a link in the description so you can read more about that. But it's good news that we're getting back to some semblance of new normal. Let's see. I just want to make sure that I'm covering everything I wanted to talk about. Okay, so let's talk about Ipaki. I don't know if you guys caught a special edition show that I had midweek last week. And it was all about Ipaki. Ipaki has so much going on with it right now. Probably should do a show every week just all about Ipaki International Kitchen. So in case you didn't see the show, the special edition show, Ipaki International Kitchen is staying in its location on Old 8 for now. They're going to still operate there. And what they have applied for is a dine-in. This is what you see behind me. This is where the dine-in area is going to be. Like I said, they've filled out their permits and everything. They applied. And as soon as that can happen, they will make it happen. As you can see, they're already working on it. And, you know, the color scheme may change a little because, you know, with Ipaki, you got things changed. Got to jib and jab and, you know, get with the program. But at least you can see there's progress on making this a dining room. Yes, which is great news. And then you're like, well, wait, I thought they have some place in Sagamore. Well, that will be a creamery and a coffee house. So it's, you know, creamery means ice cream, in case you don't know. Really, really good ice cream. And they will have ice cream from around the world, like, you know, Austria, Italy. You know, I don't have the list in front of me, but I will put a link to the show again in the description so you can see all the details about the creamery. It's very exciting. And, you know, they're going to try to get that open as soon as possible. I would say as soon as they get in with this dining room, then all hands on deck on the new location. So that'll be exciting. Let's see. So of course it's not just dine-in. That's not all the Ipaki news. You know, he always has so much news going on. And again, you're going to get a chance to win free food, but you have to wait till the very end. So you're just going to have to put up with all my jabbering. I'm not done. So Ipaki will be open this Wednesday. They'll be open from Wednesday to Sunday, 3 to 9. And so they're bringing back, by popular demand, potatoes, the baked potatoes. Let me tell you, these, if you haven't had one, they're like huge and they're stuffed with wonderful deliciousness. I think the one I had was meatloaf, and big hunk meatloaf, and the sauce was like amazing. And it was just, I'm so glad they're back. So they're huge too. So I can't wait to show you. They're just beautiful. And something new, I feel like a drum roll isn't needed again. Salads. Ta-da! Salads. Yes. I think it's starting with 4 and they all sound scrumptious. So, you know, we will be letting you know what they are shortly. This is going to be a very exciting week with all the salads and the potatoes. And how do I say this humbly? I don't know if I can be humble, but I will try. It was so nice of them to announce to me today that the carnivore bowl that is on their menu is now going to be called the Julie D carnivore bowl. I can't even say it. So choked up. It's my favorite thing on the menu, and I guess I talk about it a lot. So they put my name on the menu. On the menu. Thank you, Kevin, former owner of the San Diego Taco Factory. Goodness. Thank you. May have to have it on Wednesday, unless I get the potato or a salad. I don't know. Anyways, and there's going to be more coming. There's so many things that Ipaki International Kitchen is going to be doing. They're never ever going to be doing the same thing, for sure. So, but just to give you some hints of stuff, they are going to be having specials for Cinco de Mayo, coming up on May 5th, if you know your Spanish, that's probably like all I know. And Mother's Day, there'll be Mother's Day special. Hoping to have dine-in so you can get your reservations for Mother's Day, but we won't know until we get all the permits for that. I'm saying we. I don't have to get permits. This is Ipaki, but I feel like I have to go get the permits, but it's not my job. I just talk about it. That's the tough part, man. Slaving over this Facebook page anyway. Anywho, so and again, there's more stuff coming. There's a gag order right now. I can't talk about them, but you're gonna like it. I guarantee it. Wait, isn't that another commercial? Anywho, all right. So let's get to the contest. How can you win free food? All right. So because it's the oh wait, I have another shot too. I think. Do I have another shot of the kitchen? Because it's the 1-year anniversary. No, I just used the one picture. Well, that's fine. You'll see it soon enough. Anyways, because it's my 1-year anniversary of the Jabbering with Julie show on NordoniaHills.news, we are giving away Ipaki gift certificates. Yes, yes, yes. So we're giving away a $50 gift certificate, a $35, and a $15 gift certificate. So it'll be like first, second, and third place. All right, so what do you have to do? Let's see, it is $6.29 right now. And this is for Facebook fans only. So what you have to do to enter the contest is put in the comments on the show. Now, I must say, you have to follow instructions. There have been other contests locally where people don't follow instructions. So listen carefully. You have to post a picture in the comments of this post on this show on Facebook. Going to have comment section. Post a spring picture. We're looking for a picture to change, for our Facebook cover photo like we have been doing. So if you, we're only going to use a picture that is in a horizontal format like this. So if you send us a picture like this, we're probably not going to be able to use it. I'm just saying. But how are we going to pick first, second, and third? People will vote with their likes or, their, how you can like it, even though you could heart it, whatever. So the picture with the most likes will be first, and obviously second place, and then third place like that. And we will make sure Ipaki International Kitchen doesn't have official gift cards yet, but we will make sure that you get the free food that, I'll make sure that it's documented who you are and how you can pick it up and how you can get your free food. And they don't open until Wednesday, so you can't go out tomorrow and ask for your free food because they're not open. So again, we're doing contest, so you can win free Ipaki International Kitchen gift cards, or basically for free food because they don't have the gift cards yet. Top prize will win $50 in Ipaki food. Second prize will win $35 in Ipaki food, and third prize will get $15, which is still a good. I mean, you can get you can probably get a carnivore bowl for that. Oh, the Julie D carnivore bowl. Anyways, so that's the contest. So the deadline is, so you have to have a spring picture that you've taken that yourself, that we have permission to use. You have to have it up by 7:30 p.m. tonight. And let's see, so you have to have your picture up by 7:30. Any submitted after that will not be counted. And then we're going to go with the votes on, the likes of the picture on who wins. Please, no professional photographers, need apply. I mean, you can put a picture in there, and if you get a lot of likes, we're going to have to throw that entry out, because this is just for the regular people. And again, make sure that the picture you send, we're allowed to use. If you didn't take it, maybe a friend took it and they give you permission, that would be fine. So voting will end, let's see, so submissions end at 7:30. Can't submit anything after 7:30. We will count the votes at 8 p.m. tonight and declare a winner shortly thereafter. So anyways, dig on your phone, run out the backyard, do whatever you need to do to give us a great picture, and good luck. Anyways, you can see more on my show next Sunday. If anything breaking news happens, I'll let you know. No, I don't know when Raising Cane's is going to open yet. It doesn't look like it's going to be this week. Looks like they don't have anything on the inside yet. And of course, the sign's not up, but they are hiring. So if you're looking for a job. Anyways, that's my parting words. Everybody have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.